Hi there, it's me Gemma, and this is my New Year's unhaul. I have gone through my shelves and decided to get rid of some books. Obviously I am always bringing books in, so it's time to have some books go out. So first one is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I thought this was okay. I kind of enjoyed it, but it wasn't my sort of thing and I won't read the sequels, so there's no point really in me hanging on to this one. But I think if you like sci-fi and you like kind of more slow-moving, character-driven sci-fi, you would probably really like this. Now, I'm also getting rid of 2 copies of the same book, which I thought I would really love, which is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Now, I have the UK hardback edition, which is, I mean, it is really nice. It's got the map of the school and it's just nice. I've also got this illustrated cover edition, which I really just liked the cover, so that's why I wanted to pick it up. But I have really complicated feelings about this because I expected to really love it. It's based on a fan fiction in a novel about a fangirl. So it's based on the fan fiction the character in Fangirl is writing, and it's loosely based on Harry Potter, Harry and Draco, that sort of thing. And I was really expecting it to give me that satisfaction that a really well written piece of fan fiction actually does, but it didn't, because I don't know whether because it had to conform to the structure of a novel, whether that made it different or whether it was sold so much about Simon and Baz that I just kind of felt that it wasn't actually enough about the relationship between Simon and Baz. I don't know. And it also had one of the tropes I really hate the most, which is when a powerful character at the end has to give up their power for whatever reason. I just don't like it. So both of these copies will be leaving. And now also leaving will be my copy of It by Stephen King. I read this last September while I was on holiday. It took me ages to read it. Even a book this size doesn't normally take me like a week to read, but this did take me that long. I was still reading it on the plane on the way home, which is so unusual for me. It had good points, but I think the films actually, in this instance, did it better because they split it between the children and the adults as one film each, whereas in the actual book, it's split between it. So that really put me off. That, and I think we all know about the child gangbang thing at the end. It's just bizarre, and the ending's a letdown, which is not unusual for Stephen King. So it's going because I won't read it again. Okay, what's next? So next is an unread copy of The Magicians by Lev Grossman. Now, I picked this up last year when I was actually watching The Magicians TV show because I thought, oh, I'm really enjoying it. I'll pick up the book. I know it'll be really different, but I'll pick up the book and I'll really like it. And then spoilers here, so if you haven't seen the Magicians TV series, spoilers. And then the show killed off Quentin at the end of the last season. A bisexual, mentally ill man who'd had suicidal ideation, and they basically had him commit suicide. It was the most tone deaf thing I've ever seen. Not ever seen, but it was right up there. And I don't normally find the fates of fictional characters to affect me that much outside of that, but for some reason it really did get to me. I was really upset by it. So I haven't yet read this, and as much as people tell me it's different, I can't bring myself to read it. So I'm sorry, Lev Grossman, it's the TV series' fault, but this will go to someone else that isn't affected by it as much. I'm going to be getting rid of Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. I started this, I read like the first couple of chapters. It just really wasn't for me. I don't really like the interview format. I'm not a ginormous fan. The story sounded good. It's about a girl who, she basically falls down a hole and lands on this massive metal hand, and the story follows the investigation into it. I even paid full price for this one, but I can't. So next of all, we have In the Blood by J.A. Curley. Now, I have read the previous books in this series. The detective in this is called Carson Ryder, and the first, I would say 4 books were really good. The detective in this, his brother is a serial killer, and he's obviously been affected by that, blah, blah, blah. But it was pretty good because he was still involved in his brother's life. His brother was still alive, and his brother was in a sort of mental institution. So he was still involved with him, and there was that whole, you know, dynamic going on, which I liked. But the last, maybe like 3, I'd say since they moved to Florida, I just haven't liked them. So yeah, this one's leaving the collection. And so all the other J.A. Curley books I've had as well are I've given away as well. And next we have Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, which is a Throne of Glass novel. I did not like Cheo Westfall, and I thought, I'm not going to read a whole book about him. I literally will just look up the synopsis, because I find Cheo to be self-important and an arsehole. So yeah, I thought I bought it because I'm a completionist. That is just how I am, but I'm not going to put myself through it. So it's leaving. Bye. I am, however, keeping The Assassin's Blade, which I've not read yet, but I will keep it because I will read this eventually. And then a non-fiction book that's leaving is English Food by Jane Grigson. And this is just because it's not really my style of cooking. It's not, a lot of it's game and things like that, like sort of country house cooking, I suppose. And that is not really my style. I'm much more kind of Mediterranean and sort of Indian and things like that. So I haven't ever cooked anything from it. So it's just taking up space on the shelf, and it's gonna leave. Okay, and another cookbook that is leaving my collection is Mezzogiorno, Southern Italian Cooking by Francesco Mazzi. And I have never cooked anything from this, but I look through it and I'm like, oh, I'll maybe cook something from this. But to be honest, anything in here that I would maybe cook, I already have recipes for it in Claudia Roden's books, which I trust those recipes far more because I've used them so many times. So this one is leaving, and I'm just having a look to see if there's anything else I can get rid of. But I think that is it. That is my January unhaul. All these books will be going to the local charity shop where someone else can hopefully enjoy them. So yeah, I'll just need to try not bring the same amount of books inward. I'm trying to do a 2-1-in system, but that never ever actually works for me. So we'll see. But have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.